Hey my loves, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all are having a great work day. I hope everybody is being safe and staying hydrated in the sun. If you're working outside, I take my hat off to you because baby, I can't, not in the direct sun. Now, on the bus it get hot, but just to be out there in the sun, no, I'm good. I thank y'all so much for all y'all do out there in that sun. But please stay hydrated and stay safe out there. So, what I'm realizing, I'm watching Mental Illness, and he's talking about how narcissists hold grudges. I'll be doggone. The one I was dealing with was holding a grudge too, because this is what he used to say to me. Okay, so Mental Illness said that if you rejected a narc, they will hold that grudge against you forever and a day. They ain't gonna let it down. So the narc I was dealing with took what I said to him when he first stepped to me as a rejection every single time that he stepped to me. Okay, the first time he stepped to me, I was going to the mailbox to go and get a letter out of the mailbox from the guy I was dating, which was the crackhead who was in prison at the time, okay? He stepped to me, asked me, can you take me to dinner, take me to a movie, get to know me a little bit better and all this stuff. And I told him, I'm good. I got somebody. My boyfriend or whatever is in prison right now, and I'm here at the mailbox checking the mailbox to get a letter from him right now as we speak. He was like, ain't nothing wrong with going on a date to the movies or something and dinner. And I was like, it is. I said, because I am in a relationship and I don't do things like that or whatever. So that was the first rejection. But I'm just taking it as, you know what I'm saying, he understand where I'm coming from. I'm not finna, some people do roll like that, but I'm not. I'm not the one who's gonna have one door open and walk into another door. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna close the door and then walk into one. So that's all I'm saying to him is that, I'm with somebody right now. And at that time, I had no plans on leaving the crackhead or whatever. I know that's crazy. Go back into all the videos, the older videos, and you'll catch up to what I'm talking about, okay? I'm just telling you where my mindset was when he first stepped to me, because that was the very first time he stepped to me before we actually got together. He did two or three attempts to try to get at me. So that's the first time. Now, before he approached me, like I said, me and him share a cousin. He is my first cousin's cousin on her daddy's side, and she is my cousin on my mama's side. So his cousin and my cousin, but me and him are no relation, okay? So he sent her with the first message to me. He had, just kind of asking about me to her or whatever, and she mentioned it. She say, my cousin been asking about you. And I'm like, your cousin who? You know what I'm saying? She said his name. And, no, she told me to play the guessing game. And I couldn't figure out who would have been, checking for me. Because I had a crush on this man when I was younger. So after I grew up, he was no longer on my mind, stuff like that. So he wasn't somebody who I was just like forever in love with. He was somebody I had feelings for and had a big crush on when I was younger. And then when he stepped back into my light and my eyesight, I started, feeling a little something then, you know what I'm saying? So she said, yeah, my cousin was asking about you or whatever. And so I'm like, your cousin who? You know what I'm saying? She said his name. And I'm like, oh, child, I used to have feelings for him when I was younger or whatever. So it brought a big smile on my face or whatever. But at the time, I'm still with somebody. Whether he's a crackhead or not, I'm still with somebody. So I'm not moving from there, So she talks to me and tell me all that good stuff or whatever. And then we move past that. And then he come to find out we staying in the same neighborhood. But he living with a woman. And her name is similar to my name. He got a sister with my same real government name. So it's like he got a thing for my government name, okay? And no, I'm not going to tell you my government name, so don't ask, okay? But yeah, just throw that out there. But yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? When you look back at this stuff, man, I'm telling you, you start to see things that you didn't see before, and then you can put the pieces together. And it's like, dang, how I couldn't see that before, But it is what it is. I went on my journey, and here I am in the end, looking back at, looking back at it. So when he was stepping to me at the mailbox of this apartment complex we was living in, he was staying with another woman. And what I found out is that he was supposedly engaged to that woman. And she got a ring. I ain't never get a ring. I just got words. That's all I got. But he was with her while he was trying to get me. That's how disrespectful they is. So I find that out later on, that he was engaged to the lady whose house he was staying at, because he ain't had his own. He been living with other people. So we move forward. I move out of the neighborhood, and now it's getting time for the crackhead to get out of prison. So he found out where I lived when I moved out of the neighborhood or whatever. Now he's circling that area. He making sure he stay in that area at all times, so that way he can see me in passing, or just see me go up to the store or somewhere. He was everywhere. But I'm thinking, because the town is so small, I ain't thinking nothing of it. His people, he's from this area. His parents stay in this area. So he's supposed to be in this area. So it was no big deal. It's not something out of the norm. But it's just that I'm seeing him everywhere I go. And if I don't see him, he honking his horn at me. And so now I know that if I hear a horn, I know it's him. I'll tell you, I hear a horn, beep, beep, and then his hand will go up out of the window to let me know that that's him who's seeing me, but I ain't see him. So after that, he started befriending my son. Started giving my son money and different things to, bring home to me. He even gave him a necklace one time. And this night, he brought it to my back door. He knocked on the door. I didn't go to the door. I sent my son to the door, because I didn't have any visitors or anybody coming to my house that I was known of. So I sent my son to the door, because it could have been my cousin or somebody like that. So it wasn't like I was sending my son to the door for a complete stranger. Just, it's the back door, so it's somebody I know. So I just sent him to the back door, which I can see. I'm sitting in the living room, kitchen, and then the back door, I can see it. So if anything transpired, I got time to get up and go and do something, shake something if I need to. So he opens the door, and I tell my son, don't open the door all the way, because I don't got, I'm not dressed or whatever. So I asked him who it is, and he said his name and or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, how you doing? He was asking me questions through the door, but I wouldn't let him in. So before he closed the door or whatever, he handed my son a necklace. And he told my son he could have it. But it's a woman's necklace. It's not a man's necklace. So my son brings it over to me after he closes the door and lock it. And he says, Mom, he just gave me this necklace. And so I look at it or whatever, and I'm like, this is a woman's necklace. I say, son, it wasn't for you. It was for me. So I took the necklace, and I just set it somewhere or whatever. I didn't even put the necklace on or anything like that, because at the time, it had no meaning to me, because I'm in a relationship, and I've already told him that I'm with somebody. But he's not going to stop trying, When they got their eye on the target, that's all they see. That's all they want. So they're not going to stop until they get it. So his next approach is the day before I get ready to go pick up the crackhead from prison. He pulls in front of my house. I'm out there washing the car, and he's in his truck. He parks his truck on the side of my driveway. He turns around in his seat, sticks one leg out the door, and he rolling up his little thing, and he's talking to me and asking me questions like, why you playing hard to get, this, that, and third. I'm like, I'm really not playing hard to get. I told you I'm in a relationship right now, and so nothing is gonna move from this point. Like, I'm not walking into another door without closing this door. Just because he would do it, he thought that I should be willing to do the same thing, because like I told you, he was living with another woman in that neighborhood. I just didn't know. I just thought that was his place, because you stepping to me the way you stepping to me, you must be single. So, I thought that he was single till I found out later on that he was actually living with his supposedly fiance. But you over here chasing me down. So, like I said, I wasn't giving him the time of the day. So I didn't know a whole lot about him. I just knew I had a crush on him when I was younger, and those were the only feelings that I had. And then, him coming and talking to me every now and then, trying to shoot his shot or whatever, it turned some of those feelings back on or whatever. And so I'm just like, you do understand that I have somebody. Like, I'm not going to do anything with you. I'm not going to go on a date with you. I'm not going to give you my phone number. I'm not going to anything that's going to create something for me to look like I'm cheating on whoever I'm with. Whether he's a crackhead or not, I'm not going to cheat on him. I'm going to close this door and then I'm going to move on. So, you know what I'm saying? He was like, my bad, kitchen, so I'm going to scratch it real quick. Whew, can't even get it. Anyways. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, he was like, all I'm asking is that when he gets out and things don't work out, because it ain't going to work out, is what he said. All I'm asking is that you give me a chance. And he was like, can you promise me that? I say, I'm going to tell you like this. I said, if and when he does get out, and if things don't work out, I said, just know that I'm not going to sit here and force things not to work just to be with you. I said, I will give you a chance, but don't think that I'm going to go and tear down whatever I got going on with him just to get with you, to give you a chance. I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it run its course. And when it's over and done with, and I've healed a little bit, I'll holler at you. He said, that's all I need. He said, I'm telling you, you're going to be my wife. I said, okay, that's what you said. You said I'm going to be your wife. I didn't say you was going to be my husband. But you said I was going to be your wife. And so he kept at it. And so crackhead get out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I still see him around places or whatever. And he done, pipe down a little bit. So he ain't, coming on too strong or anything like that. So he relaxed. He chilled for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He was acting like he respected the relationship. He let it run its course or whatever. And so when things was done with me and the crackhead, I did, hit the same cousin back up and tell her to go let him know that I'm available now or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't sit back and heal for no year after me and the crackhead broke up. I needed a sense of sanity. And I thought I was going to get sanity going to the narc, but not knowing that I'm going to a narc. Because the way he approached me and the things he said to me, I felt like he was a level-headed person who got his head on his shoulder and gonna be respectable, and he's not gonna cause me half of the stress that I went through with the crackhead or whatever. He wasn't gonna be perfect, but I wasn't gonna have to go through what I went through with the crackhead. So it was easy for me to, flow right on to him, because I'm looking for some peace, some sanity or whatever. Even though I know I had to get the peace myself, I still wanted sanity. You know what I'm saying? Something normal, because when I was with the crackhead, I didn't feel normal no more. And so I just wanted a little piece of normalcy. Is all I really wanted. You know what I'm saying? I wanted somebody who was really going to love me without all the shenanigans, and didn't know that I was walking right into the arms of somebody who finna play with me big time. Oh, you say you don't want shenanigans? Well, over here, that's exactly what you're going to get. Everything that I wanted, I was getting the opposite of. Dealing with the narc. So, like I said, because I shot him down all those times, he held that grudge against me for not walking out on the crackhead and getting with him because he wanted me. I should have did it immediately. So whenever me and the narc get into it about it, something or whatever, his first thing he goes to is, you made me wait. I'm like, what is you mad for? Because you made me wait for a crackhead. So, you telling me that if I would have just up and left the crackhead and got with you, you wouldn't feel like I would do the same thing to you? Because then I could turn around and be in a relationship with you, and the crackhead come back because I ain't done with my feelings for him. Then he run back up, and then I jump on back to him. I can do the same thing to you that I done to him. I'm trying to show you that I'm a different kind of woman. I don't know what kind of women you've been dealing with, but I'm not that woman. Your feelings, I take into consideration. So if I ain't gonna play with him like that, even though he a crackhead, don't make him not human. He's still a human. He still got feelings. Because he's a narc, he still got feelings. That's still up for discussion, because the man did tell me that he don't got feelings. But I thought it was a joke, you know what I'm saying? So when them narcs tell y'all something, believe it. Don't second guess yourself. When he told me he had feelings, in my normal mind, my mind tells me God gave everybody feelings. So don't tell me you don't got feelings just to get out of telling me how you feel about me. I don't have feelings. Tell me what you love about me. I don't have feelings, is what he tell me. And he been showing me. But I just been brushing it off and acting like I'm going to make him feel something. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. You can't make a narc do nothing they don't want to do. If I ain't going to do it with a person, it's a narc. I ain't going to do it. You want me to do it, but I ain't going to do it. I do it when I'm ready. That's how a narc operates. I used to beg this man to give me good mornings. He wouldn't say good morning to me just to spite me. Oh, I know she want a good morning, so I ain't gonna say it to her. But I'm gonna get up, jump on my phone, and I'm gonna tell whoever on the phone, good morning. I'm gonna walk outside and I'm gonna tell the world, good morning, world. While the person who I'm laying with every night sitting here waiting on the good morning. Them the kind of games they play with y'all. So you got that going on, baby, run. Try and run, because I know it ain't just that easy to just jump up and run. But run. Start thinking about running, you know. Start going ahead and tiptoeing on out the door, because it ain't gonna get no better. I'm here to tell you. I've been praying for 4.5 years for this man to get better. And the only person got better was me. Only thing came out of it was that I got a little bit more wiser every time. I'm learning his games a little bit by a little bit. More and more every time I deal with him. I learned something new every time he came back into my life. Because they good actors. They can act, baby. I'm telling you, they can act. Have you thinking that, oh, I done turned over a new leaf, I'm a changed man now, or a changed woman? They lying. They ain't sat down and talked to nobody. Definitely ain't sat down and had to talk with God to see the light. They ain't did nothing. All they did was came up and tried to invent another way to come in as a different person, just to get you to let your guard down. Reinvented themselves. That's all they do. Reinvent themselves to come in to get you to let your guard back down again. And once you let your guard down, baby, they finna run away with all your stuff again. Yep. Gonna run off on you again. So the narc definitely was holding a grudge with me because I rejected him all those times. So he kept, when he kept coming back into my life, coming back to hoover me and gaslight me, I thought the man was really changing and had finally found Jesus and ready to turn over a new leaf and come in and love me right. But really, he came back because he got to get his lick back. Oh, you rejected me 3 times. I need to get you back 3 times. But his 3 times, he done got that and more. This man that came back in, I done let him back in my life so many times, y'all. He done got his get back a whole long time ago. He had but 3 chances to get me back. But this man was still on the get back. Get back. So he'll come in here, smooth me all over, and then when I start getting all goosey-loosey and let my guard down and stuff, he run off on me. Because I'm telling y'all, there's never an issue when this man run off. He runs off when everything is going smooth and good. Just pack up and leave, be like, I'm gone. Wake up out the bed and be like, all right, I'm gone. And I'm like, going well, I'm done. What you mean you done? His exit words is I'm done. Then I gotta turn into Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man them, because like, fool, you done played with me one more time and you finna pack up and leave again? Oh no, you gonna have to catch these hands before you go. And each time he did that, that's what it was leading up to. So before you get to that place, baby, go ahead and walk away. Because I'm telling you, I wanted to put pause on this man so many times. Fool, you gonna come back in here, get me all back in my feelings and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling strong about us again. I'm feeling good about us. And then you just snatch off on the plug like that? Really? That's what was pissing me off the most, because I'm just like, bruh, ain't nothing even going on. Like, you ain't even got no reason to be mad right now. So what is you leaving for? What just happened that you need to pack up and go? Nothing. I just want to go. I'm done. Nah, you gonna have to come see about these hands, bruh. You can go, but come see about these hands about my time. But I'm growing up. I'm growing up. Everything ain't always got to be physical. Sometimes you got to hurt people. Not hurt people, I'm sorry. Sometimes you got to deal with people with a long handle spoon. And sometimes you got to kill people with kindness. And so, them two things is what I'm working on. I'm trying to learn how to do that versus being physical. Because he ain't the only one that played with me. It's just a whole buildup. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been beat down after beat down after beat down after beat down. And then, oh, I finally found Mr. Right. No. Beat down. You know what I'm saying? It's been like that for me. And so it's a lot of stuff built up in me. And I'm not blaming all of the men that I've dated, because I had to have eyes to see what was really in front of me. I wasn't seeing what I needed to see. I wasn't taking the time because I fell in love with the idea of these men. And that's my fault, because I wasn't going by what they were showing me. I was going by what I think that they could be, like how I seen them in my own eyes to be. But I wasn't really seeing what they were showing me. And then when they would show me what they really showing me, I still be like, oh no, I know that they could do better than this, so I'm gonna give them another chance. Everybody don't deserve that many chances, is what I'm learning. You ain't got to give people too many chances to keep playing with you. That's what my problem was. I gave too many chances to this narc, to all those narcs, to keep playing with me. I mastered him. He mastered me, because he knew just what to say and what to do to get back in my good graces. And I knew his moves. I knew when he started acting this way, this right here finna happen. When he started saying this finna happen. It's crazy. It's a crazy cycle, and you can easily get swept up in it, and it's very hard to get out of it. It's easy to get in, but it's hard to get out. And that's truth. Straight facts. It's easy to get into, but it's hard to let it go. It is. But I'm here to tell you, it's possible. You can do it. I'm not fully out of it. I'm still in the middle of this thing. But I'm walking it out one day at a time. And all I know is I ain't going back. That's all I know. All the other times, I was going back. But this time around, all I know, if I don't know nothing else, I ain't going back. I didn't even play it around with the thought. The question was asked to me. If he was to get himself together, would you take him back? Baby, when I sat there and I thought about that thing, I'm like, my answer is still no. When it boiled down to it, my answer is still no, because I gave too many chances already. I don't have any more chances to give. That was it. I told him that was the last rodeo. You get off the bus this time, it's a wrap. He got off the bus. But I had already checked out before he did. I was just waiting on him, because I knew he'll do it. I had the guts to check out. I ain't had the guts to kick him out. That's what I didn't have. But I knew he was going to do it, because I started changing. And once I changed, everything around me started to change. So I ain't have to kick him out. I was enjoying the little piece that we had, the pretend piece that we had going on. But I knew he only stayed 6 months. He ain't never stayed a whole consecutive year in the relationship. We'll do 8 months. We'll even do 9. But we ain't finna hit no whole year. Nope, he gotta bounce. So this man came back into my life, y'all, only to get his lick back. It wasn't never about no love. It wasn't never about nothing else. You yelled at me, I'm coming back in, and I'm going to get you for that. Oh, you beat me at my own game? All right. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to get you for that. That's how their minds operate. It's a game. You won't. The best weapon to use against them, no contact, and just leaving them alone. Don't fall for any of the tricks. They trying to reach out. If y'all ain't got kids, y'all ain't got nothing to talk about. Me and mine don't have no kids together. So me and him ain't got nothing to talk about. He tried to use his rental car place to contact me to get me to call him. It ain't work. He had them send a receipt to me to let me know that he turned the car back in. I still ain't call him. It don't work. You've done these things before, sir. Stop trying. You won't come back in here to get nail another lick from me. I'm good. Because next time won't be words. I'm telling you that now. It won't be words next time. If there's a next time. I don't think it's a next time. But I'm just saying, if it was a chance in hell that it was another chance, we'll be leaving out with hands being thrown. That's why I gotta go ahead and let it go. Go ahead and let it go. I done gave him too many times to get it together. And I was here for real, for real. He was playing games. And he ain't only playing them games with me. He ain't only playing them games with y'all. She ain't only playing them games with y'all. Playing them with everybody. Just like you in love with them, somebody else out there in love with them the same way you is too. And they just have not opened their eyes and seen what they needed to see. They still stuck in the fog. Baby, I was there. I'm coming out of the fog now, and this is what coming out of the fog looks like. Now you sitting back and you remembering everything that was going on, and you like, dang, that was me. That was me. I was thinking those things. I was feeling that way when they was doing certain stuff. I'm so serious, y'all. They ain't coming back because they love you or they want to be with you and they want to make things right. They coming back to get their lick back. If they ain't told you down, if they ain't tore you down enough the last time around, they coming in to finish you. They here to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what somebody told me. They come here to kill, steal, and destroy. So if I didn't break you down the last time, I gotta do something different to break you down this time to make sure that I leave you broken before I exit the door. When I leave this time. It didn't do it the last time, but I gotta get you real good this time. So let me back in. Let me back in so I can come tear you down. That's all I want to do. Because you're not going to be happy without me. You're not going to move on without me. I need to get back in there so I can tear you down. That's the mind of a narc. And here I was thinking that this man was coming back because he done sat down and had a sit with Jesus and done figured out, okay, let me start loving this woman and treat her like she need to be treated because she is good to me. And she ain't did nothing for me, but she been there for me all this time. Let me go and love this woman the way she need to be loved. That's why I let him back in. Because when he come back in, oh, I got it together now. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. We gonna get us a house on the hill. We gonna have the dog. We gonna have a white picket fence. We gonna have all this stuff. Everything that I've been screaming to the top of my lungs to have with him, now all of a sudden, he see the light. He finna give me all these things now. So I fall for it, let him back in. Only for him to do some of the same things and do a little bit of things differently to try to tear me down. But with me, he couldn't tear me down no more. You had me at my lowest. I wasn't going no lower than that. When you had me, when I was sitting up in the hospital, I ain't gonna say when he had me sitting in the hospital because he didn't put me in the hospital. My nerves put me in the hospital. The games and shenanigans that he played with me winded me up in the hospital, but those were my own feelings that landed me there because I couldn't, at the time, I couldn't live without this man. So living without him made me sick to my stomach and landed me up in the hospital. You're not taking me there no more. That's what he wanted me. He wanted me to crash and burn. No, sir. You got me like that once, you won't get me like that again. I made that vow to myself, and I promise you, he ain't took me back there. No, he triggered my anxiety a little bit, but ain't laying me back in no hospital. Nope. Nope. I ain't got no more chances for you not to come in and play with me. And I thought every time that man came back, the 111th time that he came back, I thought this man was coming back in to love me the right way. He pretended. He did. He gave me a little bit. He gave me the bare minimum. And I was okay with the little progress, but I wanted more. I felt like he could give me more, but was he showing me more? No. He was showing me the bare minimum to get me to let my guard down, because that usually works. But then I started saying, nah, that's not enough for me. I need more from you. If I'm giving you all of this love, I want all your love too. So when I started demanding that, that'll make him run too. I say something like that, the next day I wake up, I'm guaranteed him to be waking up and saying, I'm done. I gotta go, deuces. Packing this stuff. And I'm sitting there like, why? Why are you leaving? What happened? Oh, you think you my mama? You don't tell me what to do. I give you what I want to give you. I gotta go. Oh, you do? Okay. I said it before. Well, when you walk out that door, don't come back here no more. To him, what he heard was, when I walk out this door, when I come back, you better have your act together, because I'm coming back. That's what his attitude was. He didn't say them words, but now that I'm seeing what a narc really is, that's probably what he was thinking. No, when I come back here, you better have your act together, and you better be singing a different tune, because I run things around here. You do what I tell you to do. Heck no, sir. No. So I had to find me to get to this place, y'all. I'm telling you, it was, I wasn't this person all the time. I wasn't. That's why I got played with so much. I'm tired of being played with. I'm putting my foot down, and I'm going to love myself. So that way, when somebody come in and they ain't giving me what I need, baby, I got enough for myself. I'm going to just go ahead and scoot. You do you. Go get you somebody who wants the kind of love that you're trying to give. But I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to slide right on out the way. Because who's supposed to be in my life, going to be in my life. And who ain't supposed to be here, won't be here. Simple as that. So, I'm stepping out of the way and letting God do his thing. He said he got a husband for me. And I ain't in a rush to get him. Just whenever God send him to me, that's when I accept him. But I got to be healed first. And right now, your girl I ain't through healing. Because I'm telling you, it's still some things that run through my mind that I be wanting to do. But I have to, I have to take that up with God. He ain't done with me. He's still working on me. And we all are not perfect. And we're going to have moments when we fall, but we got to get back up. Don't matter if you fall. Fall down, get up. If you break no contact or whatever, okay. Don't beat yourself up. But don't stay in that place, because you already know what's going to happen if you stay in contact with this narc. If y'all don't have no kids. If you got kids, I'm not the one to give advice on that, because I don't have a child with the narc that I'm dealing with. I can only tell you from a person who does not have a child with the narc on how it's working for me. So if you got kids, there's other videos out there that can help you through that situation and give you better ideas on how to handle that co-parenting thing. I don't know how to do that with a narc because I'm not in that position. But for me, being by myself and don't have any ties to the narc, I can say that going no contact with them and their family and their friends or anybody y'all had mutually attached to each other, cut all that stuff off. And when they run trying to tell you something about the narc or whatever, don't even entertain it, because them be your flying monkeys. I ran into his mom at the funeral or whatever. They was hollering my name. I didn't even see them. I didn't see him, but I seen his mom and his sister, and his mom was speaking to me. I ain't got no beef with his mama them. It's only when y'all start acting funny with me, then we got a problem. But I ain't never took it out on his family. But I kept it simple. I spoke back. They was, hey, Shalissa. Hey, Shalissa. I said, hey, how y'all doing? And I kept it moving. I ain't got to be mean and nasty to people. I don't. You come at me like you got sense, I come back at you the same way you come at me. And that's something that God is working on me with. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't always got to fight fire with fire. Sometimes doing something different can change the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I said that. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I did. But that's how it worked out, you know? But I can only tell you my experience. I'm taking y'all along this journey with me as I go through this journey. So if I make mistakes, take it all in love, because I'm not perfect. But I'm just telling y'all what's going on in my narcissistic relationship journey. That's it. You getting the current and you getting the old with me. I'm telling y'all past stories and I'm telling you current things that's happening. So yeah, them narcs will hold a grudge, baby, and they will hold it till they go to their grave. Because I'm telling you, this man ain't did nothing but came back into my life to get his lick back every single time. Because I'm telling you, when he come back in, he just ups just one day and be like, I'm done. Like, okay, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I don't know how he was feeling, but I'm telling you, it'll just be something so random and everything will be fine. Everything be going so good. And then he'll just all of a sudden be like, I'm done. I'm gone. Impact his things and he will leave. But he got to do a whole show while he deciding to leave. And I got tired of watching that show. I watched that show too many times, so I changed the channel on him the last time around. He didn't like that I changed the channel on him. We went Jerry Springer up in him. Rihanna said, take a bow. That was his song for this time around. Take a bow, sir. You're the best liar, the best actor. But I'm tired of watching this show. I'm finna change the channel. So that's what I wanted to come and tell y'all. That all that time I thought that the narc was coming back to love me properly each time that he came back and told me that he got it together and we gonna do this, we gonna do that. The man was only coming back to get his lick. Because he felt like he didn't knock me down enough the last time. So he gotta come and try it again this time. Let me see if I can knock her down all the way to the ground where she begging for me to come back to her. I gave you that once. You never get that again. Ever. So I'm just telling y'all, keep y'all head up. Don't play these narc games that they playing. They don't want nothing. They ain't got no good intentions for you. Never had any good intentions for you. So go ahead and start trying to process it. Because just like me, you probably sitting there thinking, if I keep praying for him, he'll change. Because God, through Christ, anything is possible. That is so true. But sometimes we got to hear Christ too. Because he give us the revelation in our minds. You know that this person ain't good for you. You know this person ain't got no good intentions for you. So if you've ever felt that in your spirit or heard those words, or God gave it to you however he gave it to you, but you know that the person you're with is not the one and he's already said it to you, probably sent somebody to give you a prophetic word or whatever, you know in your heart whether the person you with you need to be with or not. You know it. We tend to like to ignore it. No, God, I just wanna I'm gonna keep on giving him chances and giving him grace because he was abandoned when he was younger, or she was abandoned when she was younger. She was hurt. Her mother didn't do this, or, you know, we make up all these excuses on why we need to stay. And all they doing is hurting us. So that's all I came to tell y'all is, man, we got to stay woke. We do. We got to start seeing things for what it is. What we see with our own eyes, we got to start believing it. Because sometimes words can lie to us too. So we got to just start believing what we see with our own eyes. If they ain't showing you that they care about you, 9 times out of 10, they don't. But I was in a place where I thought that, oh, but people can change. And me thinking that had me in a place where I was getting hurt a whole lot. So now I'm not in the business of getting hurt no more. I'm trying to live and love on myself, because the only person who can care for my heart is myself and God. So I gotta do what I gotta do to stop letting people hurt me, because it's my fault that I allow them to keep hurting me. It's not my fault that they come in with the intentions of hurting me, but it's my fault that after they done showed me so many times and I continue to stay with them, then it becomes my fault. Because they showed you once, they showed you twice, they showed you 3 times, and you still chose to stay with them. So now here I am picking up the pieces of my life in my heart, and I'm putting it back together. And once I put it back together this time, nobody is coming in to break my heart again. I'm putting it on with the toughest glue I can find. That Gorilla Glue, like that woman hair. Yeah, I'm gonna put my heart back together with the Gorilla Glue. Baby, that stuff they had to do surgery on that lady head to get that out. So if I build my heart up that big and that tight with that much strength, I'm not finna sit and settle for nothing else other than what I'm looking for. So that's all I come to tell y'all today, is that we gonna be woken this season. If it ain't fitting our lives, baby, we gonna go ahead and slide out the way. Because we don't have to sit there and be miserable with somebody because of the things they went through when they was younger. Those weren't our problems. We could help them, take the load off a little bit, but we can't change their past. They got to do something too. They got to put the work in. We can't be the only ones trying to fix their past. And that was me. I'm thinking that, okay, his mama abandoned him and they treated him like this because he had sickle cell. I'm going to make sure I don't do those things to him. But when I'm trying to give you the things that you deserve and you steady pushing me away, I'm going to go ahead and let the rope go, because we ain't doing a playing tug of war. So now I done let the rope go, and now homeboy got to fall on his face. Because access denied over here, baby. The whole shebang. Access denied. You gets none. Now the conversation, if it's meant to be and God allow you to see my face, that's all you gonna get. But other than that, access denied. Yep. That's my motto for this season. Access denied. I don't care what sad story this man came in with, y'all. I always answer that phone and I always listen to what he had to say. This time I don't want to hear Nathan. I don't want to know how you doing over there. I don't want to know none of that. Keep me out your business. I'm minding the business that pay me. I'm good. So I love y'all. Have a great day. And remember, fall in love with yourself more and more every day. I don't care if it's one day at a time, a little bit at a time, tinkle by tinkle. Fall in love with yourself, because you deserve it and you're worth it. And guess what? Your girl love you. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Grow something, grow something, grow something, grow something. You can do it in pots. You can do it in your yard. Just grow something, baby, so you'll have something to eat and your family won't go without. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day.